քաղաքը լավ հանգստայի նայեք հիմնական ծովային ուտելիքներ և ռեստորաններ քանի որ օրը անհալից ցուրտ է չգիտեմ ակտիվություն նշան այստեղ հասնում ենք մի քիչ նկարենք
which we'll get more into later on. Most of them at this point have been converted to bed and breakfasts, as you can see by the signs. If you ever come here not on a cruise ship, these are wonderful places to stay. A lot of them have a lot of the rustic charm, and a few of them still do remain in the hands of the original families that built them back in the earlier part of the 20th century. Down on the right, you can see that land bridge there. That is the bar of Bar Harbor. That is the sandbar that appears at low tide. That you can walk out to Bar Island, which is that island that's just off the shore there. It's only open for about 2.5 hours during low tide, and so you want to make sure if you ever go over there that you're back off before the tide comes in. It's not uncommon for people to get stuck over there and have to call the police and have somebody send a boat out to pick them up. If anybody watches any of the motor news, we were big in all the motor blogs in the last week because we had a brand new Bronco that somebody took out on the sandbar at low tide, and they got it sunk right back there in the mud, and it took them about 48 hours to get it out. So that was in all the newspapers around the country and in all the automotive blogs. Not what we like to be known for, but still fun to be talked about. The mansion on the right here, it's called La Rochelle. It was originally built by the gentleman that came up with how to condense soup, and that's how he made his fortune, condensing soup. And it was owned by some members of the Campbell's family after him. They purchased it from him, and about 2 years ago, it became the Bar Harbor Historical Society. It's a beautiful building, and they do a lot of great events in the back and all the garden space. The tender coming in today. We weren't sure if everybody was going to get off with all the white caps out there.
Fine. Okay.
Nobody got sick?
No.